With that, we bring in Jonathan Fahey, former acting ICE director in the first Trump administration, former DHS deputy assistant secretary, and former federal prosecutor. Good to have you here today, sir. Thank you for joining us. Here's another piece of sound from Monica MacIver talking about her take on what happened there. And I know you've seen the tape that we just showed about her confrontation with the agents. Here she is.
The entire situation was escalated by ICE. They caused the confrontation. Homeland came and, caused this chaos that we see. It was a very tense situation, but it could have been, easily it could have easily not happened. Once again, we were there to do our jobs.
So, Jonathan, as I said, welcome. Thanks for being here. When you watch this tape and you see the activity and you see the agents in this melee, what is your takeaway? How do you dissect it in terms of what happened and what the agents were doing?
Well, her first statement is this didn't have to happen and ICE instigated it. It's like, well, they're the ones that went to the facility and forced their way in, whether or not they thought they had a right to be there at all. But what's really troubling about this is a facility where you have these ICE agents, ICE officers, but plus you have very dangerous criminals there. So you could have put a lot of people, she did put a lot of people in danger just by creating this melee, because you never know what could also happen when prisoners see this. So she put everyone at risk because they wanted to make a political statement here, and she should be charged here. And this idea that it's politically motivated, that's not true. If this were to happen at the same facility with some random citizens that went in there and attacked agents, try to push their way in, they get the same exact charges. So President Trump and this administration are just simply trying to do their jobs by deporting illegal aliens, and the Democrats don't like this, but they have no right to assault agents, and it really puts them in risk, just more importantly, out in the public, because it really legitimizes resisting them and assaulting them to members of the public. So this is such disgraceful behavior, and she certainly deserves to be prosecuted.
Yeah, well, she is being prosecuted. As we said, the charges against the mayor were dropped. So when they assessed this whole situation, they decided that they did have a case to bring 2 charges against this member of Congress. When you talk about the larger picture and the attitude towards incarcerating some of these criminal migrants, and we know that the rap sheet is lengthy for a lot of the people who are being held at this facility, and I would venture to say they're helping to keep the other residents of Newark safe by putting some of these people off the streets. But here's Governor Tim Walz, who, still appears to have some political aspirations for the future. Here's what he's saying.
Donald Trump's modern-day Gestapo is scooping folks up off the streets. They're in unmarked vans, wearing masks, being shipped off to foreign torture dungeons. No chance to mount a defense, not even a chance to kiss a loved one goodbye, just grabbed up by masked agents, shoved into those vans, and disappeared.
Your reaction to that, sir?
That is so disgraceful that he did this. And the fact he did it at a commencement speech means he rehearsed comparing ICE agents to the Gestapo. And this really goes along the line of the Democratic Party these days with respect to ICE and law enforcement as a whole, of defaming them at all costs. We saw Senator Van Hollen accuse them of abduction. We had Kamala Harris way back when as a senator accusing, comparing ICE agents to the KKK. It is such appalling that an elected official would say this at a commencement, because this puts these agents in so much danger. And it's really important to know the assaults on ICE agents just this year have gone up. I think it's something like 413% just since the beginning of this year. And so this rhetoric puts them at greater danger, as well as the public in greater danger. And again, it's so unbelievable and so disgraceful that an elected official would do that.
Well, I always just sort of give it the test of the families of Jocelyn Ungary, Laken Riley, these families that these people have not spoken out impassionedly on behalf of, at why these individuals were allowed to cross the border and get into the country illegally in the first place. And that's getting sorted out here. A lot of them are opting to get on these planes and head out and get $1,000 after they arrive home, and then they can work on coming back in the proper way. Jonathan Fahey, thank you very much. Thanks for your commitment to all of these issues over the years, and it's always good to have you with us, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.